everyone, this is Shelby with Sister Locs.
And this is Lexi with the Traditional Locs.
And we are Two Sisters Locs.
Stores are like Chelsea change. Down the lights, spread the dimes. Time to spread this, your dream sense at all. Godly thrones that be dancing, so lots got to ransom, don't come at all.
So today we're coming to you with a video sharing how to speed up your hair growth. We both seen a lot of hair growth over the past year and 2 years with our locks. And so we just wanted to give some tips as to how we were able to grow our hair pretty quickly and keep it healthy as well.
First, I just want to remind you guys, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. Same name at the number 2 Sisters Locs, LOCD. And also go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We love engaging with everybody, so go ahead and message us.
So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So the first thing we want to talk about is nutrition plays a big role in encouraging your hair to grow.
Well, first I would say overall health, guys. Like, being overall healthy is going to help you with hair growth. And so nutrition is a big part of that. So eating healthy foods is good for you. When your body overall is healthy, it can work and do what it needs to do to, of course, function, but part of functioning includes growing your hair. That's just a natural thing that your body does. So making sure that you're eating the right foods, we all eat foods that aren't good for us, but we want to work towards eating foods that are heavy in nutrition, vitamins, minerals, all that stuff. And so eating more natural foods and less processed foods is always the better direction to head in.
Yeah, so some examples would be like vegetables and fruits, obviously like have a lot of vitamins, so you want to eat stuff like that. And then of course, like if you have like multivitamins you can take. Some people will take like vitamins specifically for hair growth or nail growth or skin or stuff. I've never really taken those because I've heard that it can also cause your skin to break out.
And it also may give you diarrhea.
Yeah, so like, you can choose to take that if you want, but at the very least, like taking some multivitamins, which will make sure you're getting the vitamins you need in a day, can be really helpful as well. And then the other thing is drinking water. So drinking water is just good overall for keeping your body hydrated. Your body is like a huge percentage water, and your hair also requires hydration. So you can Sister Locs, you can't even put like water on it, like at least with traditional locks. Well, when it's not locked yet. At least with traditional locks you could spray it from the outside, but that can only do so much if you're not like drinking water on the inside to help like also moisturize. So if you're drinking like no water, then your hair is gonna be like very dry. Like that's just how life works.
Water also has nutrients and minerals that aren't necessarily found in food. And so it's good for your body to be able, and then of course like water here in the States, I don't know where everybody's watching from, but in the States a lot of the bottled water, stuff like that, they add like stuff to it that's good for you as well. So it's good like for just overall, making sure that you're once again getting all of the different types of like things that help like make your body healthy.
Okay, and then the other thing we would say is also exercise. So just overall increasing blood flow to your scalp is going to help your hair to grow. And so exercising often like does that just because it has your blood pumping through your whole body. So like I've heard a lot when people say like back when I actually had loose hair and I was like thinking like how to grow my hair and stuff, I had heard a lot of stories like of people on YouTube and stuff, like when they start exercising more, they actually like notice like a lot of growth in their hair, and they think it's just because like it helps your blood like pumping through your body like when you're exercising. So when you do it consistently, it helps. So definitely like getting out there, going for walks, runs, biking, weightlifting, whatever, just anything that will get your heart like pumping and your blood like circulating through your body can often also help your hair to grow faster.
So another way to help grow your hair is to make sure that you're keeping your hair overall moisturized, but especially your scalp. So when your hair grows out of your head, it's not like maybe some of the growth is coming from the bottom and going to the end. All the hair growth happens here from your scalp, and it grows from the root of your head, right? So what you want to do is making sure that that scalp is healthy. Part of having a healthy scalp is of course keeping it clean, but also applying oil to your scalp, because the oil, first of all, if your scalp is dry and you have dandruff and stuff like that, it can be hard for your hair to grow. But oils also do have vitamins and other nutrients that help your hair follicles to be stimulated and to grow. One that is really good for promoting hair growth is Jamaican black castor oil. A lot of people use it. We all actually promoted a brand, Goldilocks NC, that has a few different scent options for Jamaican black castor oil. So that is one of the main oils that I use on my scalp, and I make sure that I moisturize and stuff like that when I put the oil on my scalp to help stimulate hair growth.
Yeah, and like she was saying, tying that back to the increased blood flow to the head, massaging your scalp can also help increase blood flow to your scalp, which can obviously help your hair to grow. So that's something that if you're not doing already, you can like kind of work into your routine. If you're just like sitting watching TV or something, just like massaging your scalp. If you have, once again, starter sister locks, you're not going to want to put oil on your hands when you're massaging your scalp, or that will cause slippage. But even if you don't have oil on your hands, just like massaging your scalp, just stimulating blood flow to your head, to your scalp, will help to grow your hair. The other thing I would say, this isn't as much about speeding up hair growth, but more just like retaining length and not damaging your hair so that you have to like start over, is like reducing high tension hairstyles. Because if you're like pulling really hard, like once again with sister locks, especially around the roots, you know, the locks are so small, they can literally fall out. And then your hair really gonna be short because you're gonna be starting from bald headed where that lock was. So be careful with that. Make sure not to like pull on your hair too hard.
And then last but not least, make sure you limit the chemicals that you put in your hair. Just like when you're putting stuff in your body, you want things to be as natural as possible. You know, you want to stay away from processed foods and like chemicals going into your body. It's the same thing for your hair. You don't want a ton of chemicals on your hair, okay? Like a lot of the hair products that we use, even if you're not doing something like color, you know, make sure you look at those ingredients in your shampoos, your conditioners and all that, and try and make sure that the brands that you are using use minimal to no chemicals and like all that extra like really processed stuff. And so with the color, I mean, that is a huge thing. Like, I mean, that's a lot of chemical and like it's very harsh on your hair. And yes, I'm saying that as somebody who does have color in her hair. I went and got some highlights, and that's why I only stuck to a few highlights because I didn't want it all over my hair. And what my loctician did was she bleached it. I know, very bad. Bleached it and then put the color on top. And then she was like, oh, well, you know, to upkeep the color, you're gonna have to come every 4 to 6 weeks to get color, so I can do a retouch and like, you know, get the color back to what it was. Because when I first got this done, it was like a reddish and it kind of faded to an orange, and now it's like a brown. And I've decided, for me personally, I'm okay with it looking this faded brown because I don't want to keep reapplying chemicals on that same lock, because I think over time that is definitely going to wear it down on the locks that are colored. So if you are gonna get color, like I went ahead and just did it, it's not the best thing, I will admit, but if you are gonna go ahead and get colored, try to use as many like more natural products as you can. Try to avoid, try to stay away from the bleaching, and make sure you're not doing it too often, and that you're not like leaving the color on too long in the process.
Yep, and then also make sure that if you do like have to treat your hair for any reason chemically, like take care of that hair. So I know, like, once again, I've never colored my hair, and I have starter locks right now, so I really couldn't yet. But a lot of times there's like some like special shampoos for like colored hair, stuff like that, or they might recommend you do certain things to the colored hair to make sure that it's like staying healthy. So make sure you like heed people's caution, like listen to your loctician or your colorist or whatever they call them, and like follow their instructions to take care of the colored hair properly, or the chemically treated hair properly, so that at least you're keeping it healthy, even if it isn't like the ideal thing to do for your hair.
So something that I've started doing since I colored my hair, and this was advised by my loctician, she told me, and this is good to do for your hair in general, but especially since I have colored hair, she said that it was more important that I start doing it now, which are hot oil treatments. And I actually have a video up on our channel here if you would like to go see how I did my hot oil treatment. It was the first time I'd ever done a hot oil treatment on my locks, and so you can see kind of the mistakes that I made, how I felt about it. But just being able to keep that really helps the oil and like moisture to like penetrate through your locks. And so, you know, by adding the oil and adding the heat, that makes that helps the locks absorb the moisture better. And so if you're doing, you know, like Shelby said, if you have color and you're doing chemicals stuff like that, you want to do treatments like that that are going to like optimize your hair's ability to take in moisture so that, you know, it's not dry and like breaking off and stuff like that.
Cool, so that's all we have for you today. Those are our tips for helping to grow your locks quickly and healthily. So let us know down below if there are any other tips that you've done to help your locks grow very quickly, or if you tried any of the things that we've talked about and what your experience has been with that.
Yeah. And don't forget to follow us, guys, on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest now. Now we have a Pinterest account at the number 2 sisters, LOCD Locs. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe on this channel. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.